54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60.
Ta-da!
So this guy at the funeral,
Guy's too kind.
This jerk.
this jerk reckons that I can't go 1 minute.
Without lighting a cigarette.
1 minute.
Ha, show him.
So time to celebrate.
That is one of the great things about
The magic white cylinder.
It's perfect for any occasion.
Talking with friends.
the chat cigarette,
Out with colleagues.
The social cigarette.
having a few drinks,
The boozy cigarette.
having a few more drinks,
The boozy earth cigarette.
Taking a quick break from work.
The sidewalk cigarette.
not smoker or fag break,
The sidewalk cigarette.
Much more style.
Which is what cigarettes are all about.
S-Y-L-E.
style.
What a great meal I'm stuffed.
The upper dinner cigarette.
Cigarettes always taste better after an excellent dinner.
That is, if it's possible for cigarettes to taste better than they already do.
Nothing happened.
The bored cigarette.
Impressing the new man.
The looking cool cigarette.
Breaking up with a new man.
The broken-hearted cigarette.
Pack of Chesterfield stanks.
The cheap cigarette.
I love you, you're my best friend.
The shared cigarette.
I'm broke, and this is my last one.
It was definitely not chat cigarette.
Isn't it interesting how many times smoking is linked with socializing to you?
My parents don't know I smoke.
The illicit cigarette.
On a plane.
The dangerous cigarette.
In a petrol station.
The very dangerous cigarette.
I don't like the term.
Fag.
Ciggy.
Smoke. I prefer to call them by their full name. Cigarette.
Derived from the fact that it is a smaller version of its ancestor.
Which was?
The cigar.
But whereas cigars are,
Big.
Heavy.
Awkward.
the cigarette is.
Dainty.
Elegant.
Convenient.
And fits perfectly between my
Dainty.
Elegant.
Conveniently well shaped for holding a cigarette.
fingers.
I remember my first cigarette. That moment of
Realization.
Inhalation.
Excitation.
an awakening of
Spirit.
Awareness.
Lungs.
an epiphany. I used to hide around the corner and watch his
Standing on a veranda.
Leaning in a doorway.
Hair slicked back.
dark blue singlet.
And gripped in his.
Strong tan fingers.
The constant flickering glow.
I pinched one of his,
Kents.
From the crushed up back.
On the kitchen table.
lit it on the stove.
And after just one puff,
I knew.
Between coughs.
I had discovered the secret.
Friend.
conspirator.
Lover.
God.
You can also just call them by their brand.
That is also acceptable.
As in,
Hand me a lucky strike.
got any camels?
Would you care to share this song?
Which brings us to another of the great attractions of cigarettes.
Their international.
Flavor.
Cigarettes from all over the world.
Many of which I've tried.
One time or another. European brands. Capri, Cartier, Mary, Monte Carlo, Pall Mall. Let me know if I forget any here. More.
I can't think of any more.
No, more, as in the brand.
Kim Snims.
I love Kim Slims.
Vogue Slims, Virginia Slims, and one of my personal favorite, Yves Saint Laurent. Picture me in a small corner shop in Paris.
At the counter.
Dressed in white.
Scarf.
Sunglasses.
Dior from head to toe.
To die for.
One packet of Yves Saint Laurent. Merci.
Which brings me to another of my favorite things, the cigarette fantasy.
I've got a cigarette fantasy. I smoke 10,000 cigarettes all at once.
Simultaneously.
No, one after the other. Now, I know that sounds like a lot of cigarettes, but actually look at this. Now, that is 25 cigarettes.
A quarter of a century.
Not really big, is it? In fact, it's tiny. So times it by 4 you get.
100.
Still quite small. Times it by 10.
1,000.
Still not a lot. And then by 10 again?
10,000.
By 10?
100,000.
By
1
10?
million cigarettes.
In this fantasy, I'm in the most luxurious palace.
Silver and gold.
Heavy oak furniture.
Polished marble floors,
High ceilings.
Tall windows.
Framed portraits.
history.
Majesty.
Class.
This house is not my house.
It's the famous Shangri-La of cigarette lovers.
The palace of cigarettes.
Le Palais de Cigarettes.
Cigarette heaven.
Once I enter Le Palais de Cigarette, a butler
Very regal.
English accent.
greets me.
Good evening, ma'am.
He bears an engraved silver tray
And on the tray is
One long cigarette.
and a silver letter.
Silver, not gold.
Stylish.
Not ostentatious.
Now, at first, I'm a little less than pleased by this.
One cigarette, is that it?
But I have no need to worry.
I light up my cigarette and he leads me up an ornate staircase.
To a hall which opens on to hundreds and hundreds of rooms.
He leads me towards a door.
I knock, and in the second the door is open.
And I'm confronted by...
A cowboy in a leather boots and red check shirt.
He pours me a shot of
Maker's mark.
And he pulls out a dusty packet of...
Marlboros.
We sit and drink and smoke and chat, and then
before I know it.
I'm back in the hall.
butler by my side.
This way, man.
Then I'm knocking on another door and I'm backstage.
At the Moulin Rouge.
Surrounded by hundreds of gorgeous showgirls.
We huddle in the corner of their cramped dressing room.
Puffing and go what?
Giggling.
And gossiping.
About the mysterious stranger who always sits at the back table.
Face half covered in shadow.
Who is rumored to be...
A very wealthy crown prince.
With an eye on one of the showgirls.
Me.
No, me.
No, me.
No. Me. Another room. And I'm in...
Moscow. The day before the October Revolution.
Sitting across the table from...
Vladimir Ilyich Lenin.
With a Stolichnya in hand.
The cigarette. Nothing.
Plotting the Tsar's downfall.
Next, I'm in a
Tokyo restaurant.
Rock Cafe.
Munich beer hall.
Beijing Square.
London club.
Every room.
Another destination.
Another time.
Another magical companion.
All linked by our universal passion.
The glue that holds mankind
And womankind.
Together.
a living.
Breathing.
Interactive.
Smokers Museum.
Or should that be mausoleum?
They had a brand of cigarettes called that once, didn't they?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was in a black packet with like skull and crossbows.
Brilliant.
We loved it.
Pity the cigarettes inside were so crappy.
That cigarette's pretty ironic, huh?
Non-smokers think the danger aspect of smoking is a real turn-off.
Wrong.
Smokers love the danger.
Cheating, the Grim Reaper.
They put their pathetic warnings on cigarette boxes.
Spend all this money on tacky ads.
Offer us nicotine patches.
How to quit classes.
Breakthrough weekends.
Spiritual healing.
Wrong.
Wrong.
Wrong! Don't you understand? If we wanted to stop smoking, we would.
I will give up.
Just not today.
Like that poet once said that there was a something.
Half in love with this or that.
He was talking about smokers.
Because in the end we recognize that life is.
Fleeting.
Transient.
Momentary.
And trying to hold on to it is just like
Trying to catch smoke.
in the palm of your hand.
Or maybe we just like smoking too much to give a damn.
Sorry.
I think they should start up the Cigarette Smokers Hall of Fame.
Entry only available for those who have smoked.
1 million cigarettes. Now, you might think that is impossible, but I worked it out. If you started at, say, 14 years of age and you smoke a pack and a half a day, not that hard, I do it occasionally, you'd be ready for the Hall of Fame by the time you were 20. Maybe I could be the very first center.
Maybe you should reduce the number.
500,000.
100,000.
50,000.
10,000.
You sounded just like
Dad.
He lay on a hospital bed for 2 months, coughing just like that. Still didn't stop. He'd sit out on the veranda,
Of the hospital.
in a wheelchair, smoke pouring out of the little plastic hole they dug into his throat. Doctors had given up trying to make him quit. What was the point? Right to the very end, died with the constant flickering glow
of a candle.
in his filthy yellow fingers, still wearing that stupid blue singlet. He was 47, wife and 4 daughters.
Who?
All smoke.
Nice funeral.
not really.
What you need to understand is the trick isn't stopping. It's not starting in the first place. I'll go for 2 minutes this time. 1, 2,
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.